Hello, it's Kayt from Kayt's Paper Trail. Welcome or welcome back. Today is another Plan With Me video. This one is for the week of the 19th to the 25th of January, and I'm not going to do the strange thing I did last week where I made things quasi-vertical. I'm just gonna leave it like this. I'm not even gonna put in the little time strips that I made. I'm just gonna try it like this week because, again, this is me experimenting, figuring out how to make this work for me this year. Although I have figured out what it is I don't like specifically about this planner this year. The number one thing I don't like is I don't like the soft sneaker cover. That's the thing that I hate most about it. I shouldn't have gotten a sneaker, but you know, you live and you learn. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to use some of my, I really, for January, I only really have like New Year's washi tape, which I kind of am not thrilled about at this moment. Like, I wish I had some kind of winter ones. And where's the end of this? I know the end is here somewhere. There we go. Some of these washi's I cannot get the end to stay down. Once it's like up, it's up in the little box that I keep them in. And then some of them I just can never find the end again. Anyway. And that's going to be too wide, so there we go. I love these. I love these tapes, and I hate these tapes. I mean, they're less messy than traditional old-fashioned whiteout, but when they don't go all the way to the edge, it's terrible. I mean, I know, first world problems, but you know. So yeah, this was a very interesting week. I started classes, and that was a whole ball of stress kind of situation. I've never done I mean, I've done online classes a lot for a while, but I've never done an online class where like the whole thing is actually, and that's gonna show, where the whole thing is conducted on Zoom. You know, I've done like the online classes that you don't have to like see each other kind of thing. I did a little bit of, you know, Zoom class stuff for one of the programs I tried before I found out I had lupus and life was, you know, life was kicking me in the butt and I didn't know why. Anyway, but I mean, I kind of figured, well, if we're doing Zoom, I guess we're kind of, that is not remotely long enough. If we're doing Zoom, I guess maybe we're like kind of sort of in the classroom with everybody, but no, it's an entirely online class. Get off my finger. Everybody's, you know, at home too. One of the people in the class, I thought it was absolutely adorable. Her cat came and decided that it needed to be held. And so for a lot of the class, she was just holding her cat, and it was really cute. I think the cat also turned off her computer at one point. You gotta love animals. Kind of like Wiley just came in now, and he fluffed up his bed, when she probably heard. And now he's gonna lay down and make, you know, disgusting dog noises while I'm doing this, probably. But yeah, like the classes themselves are cool. And the people in them seem fantastic. The instructors seem great. The stuff I have to, you know, do. Well, I was going to say the stuff I have to do seems great, but that's a lie. Oh, God. God damn it. Sorry. I try not to swear on this channel, but, you know, I do in real life, so deal with it. That's kind of messed up there. Anyway. Yeah, the stuff I have to do is still slightly daunting. It's tons of reading, obviously. I mean, you know, it is an English degree, so it's going to be tons of reading. But, and like, you know, one of the courses is going to be kind of like teaching us how to write a journal article, and by the end of it, we're going to actually kind of have written a journal article, which, I don't know, I kind of sort of had to write a journal-ish article for a previous attempt at grad school. This one was an education focus. But I don't know. I'm kind of like, oh my God, what did I sign up for? But like I said, the people seem fantastic. The stuff we're going to be reading seems fantastic. I was really, really freaked out, and well, I shouldn't say freaked out. I wasn't freaked out. I was kind of annoyed to see on the reading list Beowulf, because I goddamn fucking hate Beowulf. I'm sorry. I just do. If you love Beowulf, God bless you. I don't understand how you can. Where are the little, they're there. So yeah, I saw on this giant reading list, for some kind of exam we have to take that I didn't even know we were taking. But this school seems to do things slightly differently than the ones I tried before. I mean, this is an English master's, and I did try to get an English master's before. So that's kind of what I'm comparing it to. And there's some kind of, like, qualifying exam that we have to take. And that didn't... What are you doing? There we go. That looks terrible. And it looks crooked. How did I manage to get that crooked? What is the point of using a straight edge if you're just going to make things crooked? Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about school stuff. Yeah, so the reading list that we were given at the 11th hour, which was also part of my stress, that reading list, that looks terrible. Anyway, that reading list is the kind of suggested semi-required reading list for the exam. That's where the Beowulf came from. But I don't really have to touch Beowulf for this class, so I'm not going to. I was gonna use my new pen I got from Jet Pens a few weeks ago. It's a Uniball Signo that does gold ink, and I wanted to... Where's the stencil? Wrong stencil. There we go. That's the stencil. But yeah, so I was very stressed out about that. I was very stressed out about a financial aid situation going on. I kind of had well, I hadn't kind of. I had very nearly maxed out my available student loans in, you know, attempting to do 1, 2, 3. I think this is my 4th attempt at getting a goddamn master's degree. So yeah, I'd kind of maxed it out. I did it again. I always mess up when I use a stencil. What the hell, man? Anyway, I'll fix that later. Maybe I can still see the numbers if I just color it all in. Do you think? Try that. No, I cannot see the numbers. Okay, we will not be doing that again. Yeah, so I have, at least as far as I understood it before applying to this, I have exactly enough available federal student loan money to finish this program. And I was like, okay, well, that's fantastic. It was hard to find. It's hard to find a decent program that I wanted to try, and then even harder to find one that I could cram into that tiny amount of student aid. So I did. I found this, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is fantastic. And you can sort of see the number through there, but no, yeah, I'm not gonna fill those in. Okay, that was not a good idea. We won't do that next week. Okay, let's just, I mean, I'll know it's the 20th, but, oh, that's still kind of damp, I think. We'll leave it for now. So yeah, I got these, I got a voicemail literally at like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the day before the person left for the holiday break, asking me, saying, we need more information for your financial aid, which freaked me out. But, she wasn't going to be back in the office again until, the 5th or whatever. So I emailed and I'm like, okay, if this is because I'm like, reaching the end, I know about it. And I had also put in for a, what are you doing, Wiley? I had also put in for a, what do you call it? Discharge, is that what you call it? On the basis of being disabled. I put in for it, and then I found this program, and I like contacted the FAFSA people, and I'm like, no, never mind. I don't want to, get the discharge or whatever it's called. And they're like, okay, well, you have to call us. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll call you. And, but this was all like in November, I think it was. And they put the discharge through, and I didn't know they did. Literally did not know they did until like the end of December, or no, the end of November or early December. I found out I don't know. Anyway, bottom line, they put it through, and I was like freaking out, like, what does this mean, for me getting financial aid going forward? But the website, the FAFSA website, that's totally crooked, just said on there, basically, if you ever go back to school, your loans are all reinstated. And I was like, oh, well, okay, I'm fine with that. So I also said to the, in my email to them during the holiday break, I said, if this is because of the discharge that like just went through, and because I'm going to owe everything again if I go back to school, I'm aware of that, and it's okay. So, this is what I think your message was about, because you didn't bother to tell me. I hate when people do that. It's like, call me, we need to talk. Well, that's not very helpful. Anyway, so I'm like, if any of this is what it was about, don't worry about it. I know what's going on. And, if it's not what it's about, contact me. So, I got an email back saying they needed to see the discharge documents. And I'm like, I didn't get any documents. So I like sent the screenshots of everything from the FAFSA website. I'm like, this is all I have. This is the page that says the stuff about if you go back to school, blah, 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 whatever. And she's like, okay, down here at the bottom of the page, there's a link to a letter, which they would have sent, I guess, if they were old school and sending snail mail. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I attached that to the email and sent it back to her. I have not heard anything back. So I'm still slightly stressed about that. Come on, get in here. I'm still slightly stressed about the fact that I have not heard back from her. Although my financial aid page on the school website says they've paid themselves and I'm getting the rest of it as a refund later this month. So I don't know. I don't know if there is a holdup or there isn't a holdup, but I don't like not knowing. But what I found interesting is in the paper that was linked way down at the bottom of the page that I uploaded to the email to send her, I saw for the first time ever, it said, you know, your stuff is discharged. But if you go back to school, you have to sign a paper that says that you understand that anything else you borrow, you can never get a discharge for unless you have some new reason for the discharge. And I was like, okay, I never saw that anywhere on the website, but okay, we'll go with that. So now I don't know if I actually only have enough money, barely, to do the program. I will have to pitch in at the end of it somehow. So I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going on. It's stressing me out. All I know is school says they've paid themselves and are going to send me a refund. So I'm calming down about it. But I still wish somebody would tell me what's actually going on, because I've never done this before. You know, I've never had anything be discharged and then you know, go back to school. And then I don't know. I'm in the dark, I'm confused, and I am stressed. So yeah, it was a lovely, stressful week about that stuff. I'm like, school is starting, people. Can we just tell me what's going on, please? And then my dad wasn't feeling well most of last week and part of the week before that. So that was more stress. And basically I just kind of fell apart yesterday. I literally felt like I was getting the flu. Oh, Wiley, you're okay. I know you can hear a dog barking. Do I want to use these? No, I'll use. I don't remember which ones I used last week. If I used the smaller ones. I know I used the smaller numbers last week, so I'll leave that out. But I think I used the bigger letters. I don't know. I don't remember. I mean, that was last week. Who remembers last week? Anyway, so yeah, yesterday I just completely, I literally slept all day long. I slept the night before. I woke up, I had breakfast, and then I slept pretty much all day. And then I was like, oh my God, this is not good. I'm gonna, be sleepy all tomorrow. I wasn't. I slept last night too. So I don't know. It was 24 hours of needing to sleep. What letter am I looking for? Oh yeah, looking for D. Yeah, I felt freezing cold. I felt achy. I didn't have a fever or anything. So I'm thinking, I don't know, but I'm thinking maybe this is just my new normal reaction to stress. Thank you, lupus. I don't know. But yeah, I was a whole day out of my schedule where I couldn't handle doing anything. I just slept. It was weird. I mean, I've had days like that before of incredible fatigue. I've had months of, sleeping way too many hours for a normal human being. I've had months where it's I slept I'd sleep 16 hours a day, 20 hours a day probably. I mean, but that was like in the middle of a lupus flare. This was just a day out of the blue where I felt fine the day before and I feel pretty okay today. But yesterday was just like, I don't know, it was weird. So yeah, hopefully it stays just a weird day, and that looks horrible. That is so crooked. I don't know how I managed to do such a weird job. Anyway, so yeah, yesterday was pretty much a lost day, and I can only cite the stress as the reason. Okay, so the to-dos this week. I didn't mention it while I was babbling, but I'm just going to divide this page into 3. Maybe I should put a line there. That looks terrible. I hate that. I really hate that. What can I do? What can I do? I'll probably be just as bad with this. It's not, but it's yellow. Yeah. I guess maybe I'll take yellow. Yeah, this is... Okay, we won't be doing this again. Anyway, if this will stay on here, which it fails to do every time I do anything, I'm going to start the to-do list, I think, and then we'll put the habit tracker down there afterwards. So the first thing, oh yeah, we have to start doing gardening stuff. So the shadow from this light, I need to get a different light. I need to do some hoeing and weed whacking. Oh, this currently has a brown ink in it. It's just a little ink cartridge that came with it, in a really dark brown, and I really like that too. Oh yeah, need to assemble the new planters. I used to, in my Hobonichi Weeks for last year, I was kind of color coding everything, but I find that kind of a little too distracting, so I'm going to, I think I did it last week and maybe the week before, I don't know. I'm going to continue just kind of writing everything in one pen and then color coding the dots that I put next to it. I put dots next to it to sort of have a spot to like cross it out when I'm done. So yeah. Oh yeah, I want to post the bin butler survey. I got this idea. I know they have them in other places, but we don't have around here any kind of trash can valet service kind of thing. Especially, you know, I was thinking especially we have a lot of like elderly and disabled people around here. I live in an area that has like a bunch of like snowbirds and stuff. So I was consulting with Kathy, which other people call Chat GPT, but I can't say it, so we call her Kathy. I was consulting with her about, you know, the possibility of, you know, there being one here and there isn't, and possibility of starting one, like how much would it cost for this, how much would it cost for that, what, you know, what's the overhead, how, you know, I want to pay people decently, but, you know, like how many people do I have to have as clients to be able to do that? So I said to her, okay, well, I want to find out if there's, any interest in the area. Just because I have an idea doesn't mean anybody wants to, take part in it. So I asked her to kind of create a survey. And so I want to post the link to the, it's just one of those, it's not a Google Doc, one of those survey things that you can make on Google. So I want to put the link up on things like Neighborhood and Facebook and stuff like that and see if there's actually any interest in it. And I want to post a Substack article, which I did not do this past week. I'm going to still need to call the neurologist. Still need to call, I gotta get appointments. The rheumatologist. And I also need to call the nephrologist and ask him for more pills because, nephro pills. Because the pills spilled. And so I don't have enough pills. Oh yeah, I still want to, shouldn't say I need to, I still want to move the eBay books onto Amazon, which, they're not really on eBay anymore. I, took the listings down, but I still consider them my eBay books. And I still mean to put them on Amazon. Oh, I have to take the tests. I've signed up for the Wisant, I don't know. I think they say it Wisant, tutoring platform. I've finished signing up for it, but they have tests that you need to take to kind of demonstrate your proficiency in certain things. So I need to do those. What else is there? Oh yeah, I still want to print and laminate the garden planner. I've got it totally done, except I just need to get it out of the computer. Oh yeah, I just filmed a really short, it is literally a short, flip through thing on my Trapper Keeper setup. And I wanted to just post that on TikTok. It's going to take up too much room if I list everywhere I want to put it. Insta, YouTube. I've never put up a short on YouTube before. Oh, and do I want to bother to take up a second line? I'll know I mean Twitter too. Oh, and I finally filmed a really short flip through of 25 because I kept meaning to do that. And I want to put it on. Hi, Wiley, what are you doing? You're a good boy. Yes, you are. You're a good boy. Insta. I can't even read this. I'm writing so small. YouTube and Twit. I'll just put a little twit up here. Oh yeah, Oh, duh. I have to put down next week's plan with me. I might do a study with me. I don't know if I'm really going to be like into studying enough yet. And really all I have to do for this week is read a book, because I've already picked out the 3 things for the other class, so we'll see. Put a question mark. And then, I was also going to try to film something short about like fountain pen review. We're gonna say class would start around there. Maybe I should put in the timeline. Maybe I will next week, but I'm not doing it now. But yeah, we'll just block that off like that. And give it a little dot so I can check it off. I like to check things off. It makes me feel accomplished. Oh yeah, I gotta put the color dots in for these. Okay, so we're going to reassign the doctor calling. And I will call. I'll write it and then I'll put the dot in. Actually, I should call the urologist too. I never heard back about if my urine sample came back with anything. So yeah, Monday morning is going to be a whole day of calling doctors. Okay, I need to I'm just going to put dots everywhere for reading. Riley. I know I need to read those days. I probably need to read after that, but we'll add that later. But it's crucial in these days. I could get a sticker out, but I'm not going to because I don't feel like it. Actually, I'm not using any stickers today, am I? Yeah. Wait, I'm not even in frame, am I? No. Okay, that's refill pills. which I still haven't done today. And I might try church. I know I'm going to be cooking Friday. And Wednesday. See, I'm probably not going to be cooking Monday because I'm cooking tomorrow, which is Sunday. So I'll do Sunday. I haven't done my meal planning for next week yet, but that's going to be the schedule based on other things. What else do I know? Oh, I should do my nails on Friday so that they don't look horrible in the video on Saturday. I'm going to write in the habits first. There are 9 of them because I'm adding meditate, which I need to do so I don't get stressed out. 1, 2. Still a line this time. The most important thing. Okay, maybe not really. I'm gonna put it out there. New episode of Shetland. I'm a week behind, but that's when the new episode comes out. Okay, I think we'll do the weather. Weather up here. Gotta hope that's the right way up. It is. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this to fit, but we're gonna go for it. Well, that looks a bit funny, but we'll go with it. Because we don't really have a choice. Okay, now the numbers. Okay, well, now that my dog is giving me a heart attack by barking right as I was trying to stamp that last 3, I think this is it for the plans for the week. So I'm going to say thank you for spending your time with me, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.